Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. My name is Katrina. This is your Goddess Archetype. Sorry, I'm tired today. This is your Goddess Archetype reading for Friday, March 16th, 2018. The Goddess for today is Morgan Le Fay. If you do not know the stories of King Arthur and Lancelot and Guinevere and Morgan Le Fay and all of the other beautiful characters from that time in history, the argument can be made that they are not real people. I believe they are based on real people who truly existed at a time in history when people still understood the balance between life and death, spring and winter, fall and summer, when epic battles were fought and ladies in waiting were the real healers, the real medicine women, the women who knew the value of being feminine. She is so many things. Her story is multifaceted. A good book to read if you don't know a lot about Morgan Le Fay is The Mists of Avalon. It is actually the story of Arthur, but it's told from the perspective of Morgana, his half-sister, his mother, and the other women in the Mists of Avalon. Morgan Le Fay should have been the Queen of Avalon. She should never have left Avalon, but she had to. She didn't have a choice. Again, you need to read her story. The Mists of Avalon is a great book. It will tell you a lot about the journeys women go on, the journeys that we have to take in life, the decisions that we sometimes have to make for other people. And since the beginning of time, we women have sacrificed ourselves for other people, whether it's parents, children, siblings, spouses, lovers, or our land, our country. It seems, the argument's always made about the vets, and don't get me wrong, my dad was a vet, my brother's a vet. I totally and completely support them, and I think our government treats them terribly. But women through history have not always been standing in a tower watching for their men to come riding back from battle. Women have fought their own battles. Women have fought side by side with men. Women have held space and prayed and pulled the energies of the universe to help the outcome of battles. One of the parts of her personality, it's believed that Morgan Le Fay's dark side, or Morgana's dark side, is the goddess Morrigan. She is the Celtic goddess of death and war, although she's also very compassionate, but she's been wronged. She's been betrayed, she's been tricked, and yet she still did what she had to do. And that is the message of Morgan Le Fay, Morgana, or if you believe she is the Morrigan. We women get tricked, we get betrayed. Men do too. You get tricked, you get betrayed. Her message, her archetype that we all need to incorporate into our personalities is that we may be tricked, we may be betrayed, we may have to make horrible sacrifices, and we may suffer emotionally from those sacrifices. But we keep going and we keep doing what needs to be done. And toward the end of the book of Mists of Avalon, and it's a huge book, it will take you weeks to read unless you don't do anything but read. It's 600-700 pages. It's a big book. But toward the end, she says she's revisiting her life and all the betrayals and all the heartache and all the suffering and the joys and the good parts and the feelings that she's carried with her. And she says, I did the best I could. I did what I had to do. That is her message. That is the part of her that we all need to incorporate into our personalities. Doing the best we can with what we have to work with. Realizing that we might have suffered, that we might have been betrayed, that we maybe don't like everything that's happened to us. We can still find the joy in what happened to us. We can still find joy in between the trauma. We find joy in between the sufferings. We find joy in between the betrayals. And we know at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, at the end of our lives, we did the best we could with what we had to work with, and we did what we had to do. If you need help with this or any of the services that I offer, the link for my website is on this video. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday.